Great caution is required in concept and discourse regarding the federal government's plan to grant polytechnics in the country the authority to award degrees as a solution to what has been termed the dichotomy between university degrees and the higher national diploma HND awarded by polytechnics. What seems to be driving the plan is mainly the desire to meet the demands of polytechnic graduates who have been alleging discrimination against them in workplaces, particularly by not allowing them to enjoy the same privileges as university degree holders. But is it really discrimination? It is reasonable to say that the perceived structural inequality between the two certificates is a product of the direct rationales for the establishment of the two institutions, the admission processes and requirements, the standards of teaching and learning, and the different levels and status assigned to each of the establishing laws. From day one, achieving the set vision for national development must take precedence over emotions and instincts. While it is not a bad idea to close the gap between degrees and HNDs, there are ways to do so that prevent degrees awarded by higher schools in Nigeria from further denigration. In this special report, Bayo Olaoye states that what should take precedence are not really certificates, but skills applicable to the work situation, such that, with the necessary skill and the correct industry indoctrination, a candidate can rise to the pinnacle of their career, either in the public or private sectors, irrespective of the degree or certificate they hold. The Federal Ministry of Education recently announced the move to end the long-standing dichotomy by granting polytechnics authority to award degrees. It described it as a reform designed to strengthen technical and vocational education as a key catalyst for national development. The ministry explained that the initiative was a historic policy shift intended to end years of discrimination against polytechnic graduates and reposition polytechnics as centers of excellence in Nigeria's educational landscape. It pointed out that the reform will retain the practical, industry-oriented focus of polytechnic education, noting that Nigeria's long-term competitiveness hinges on a workforce capable of creating, building, and addressing real-time challenges. There is no doubt that polytechnic graduates play a remarkable role in national development, but the structural inequality in certificates should not be seen or portrayed as deliberate. It was dictated by each institution's mandate and the official recognition of its status and product, and not by deliberate discrimination, as the ministry's comment suggests. While universities in Nigeria were established primarily to produce high-level indigenous manpower to replace colonial administrators, accelerate socio-economic development, and address the acute shortage at that time of high-level skilled professionals, including lawyers, doctors, engineers, and architects, polytechnics were established to train middle-level manpower, including technologists and technicians, to bridge the gap between high-level experts and low-level workers, especially artisans. This is most likely the reason that higher status and levels were officially granted to university graduates. Besides, the practice of credentialism has at times made the Nigerian state and people view university graduates as higher in rank and respect than HND holders. This belief was taken into the civil service to the extent that polytechnic graduates cannot rise above level 14, unlike degree holders who can reach level 17. But this is a policy matter the government can address without turning all polytechnics in Nigeria into degree awarding institutions if it is sufficiently convinced that both certificates should be treated equally in the workplace going forward. An option is for the government to simply remove or reduce restrictions on HNDs in workplaces, while the current blend of universities and polytechnics offering degree and HND certificates, which many professionals consider very good for the country, remains. The government should then begin to take practical steps to strengthen polytechnic education by reviewing the curriculum to focus on national expectations, upgrading infrastructure, and training equipment to match those currently in use in technologically advanced countries, standardizing the admission processes and requirements, providing adequate funds for research and innovation, and building serious collaboration between schools and industries that can bequeath to the students' technical expertise, which will earn better perception and respect for the certificate. The government should consider expanding the education landscape through polytechnics and ensuring they play a significant role in implementing the National Technical and Vocational Training Program, which is set to begin nationwide. The TVET, launched under the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, has recorded over 13 million applications nationwide with 16,000 accredited centers, according to the Federal Ministry of Education. They are being equipped to implement the scheme in partnership with some leading industrial and manufacturing firms in the country. It is all about training in practical industry-relevant competencies in primary sectors such as manufacturing, construction, energy, automotive services, technology, and the digital economy, which fall under the mandate of the polytechnics. Another option is to review the admission processes and requirements that make it difficult for HND graduates to acquire a university degree and enjoy the privileges given to holders of university degrees in the civil service and other workplaces. There are universities of science and technology across the country established by the federal and state government to, at a higher level, do practically what polytechnics are also meant to do: train professionals with practical skills tailored for industry application and the technical manpower necessary for development. Part of the mandate of the universities of science and technology is to address the educational demands of applicants. HND holders who want a degree can complete a program to get it and be free from the perceived discrimination. This can be strongly encouraged rather than having all polytechnics award degrees to address inequality between the two certificates. If the government insists on polytechnics awarding degrees, it must upgrade them to degree awarding schools. Most of them, as they currently exist, are barely better than secondary schools, lacking basic modern facilities and a relevant workforce to bequeath students the desired expertise across the various fields of study. Also, the curriculum must change. There should be no excuse for poor funding, and everything must be done to ensure that the degrees awarded are internationally competitive. Beyond these, the problem of the dichotomy in the certificate of higher institutions of learning is a clear manifestation of a societal obsession with paper qualifications as a prelude to work or career development. This needs to be pragmatized in developed communities. What should take precedence are not really certificates, but skills applicable to work situations, such that, with the necessary skill and the correct industry indoctrination, a candidate can rise to the pinnacle of their career.